Hello everybody, today I'm going to be making a review of Honkai Star Rail. I don't think I've made a review and haven't really talked about my opinion about the game as a whole. So yeah, this is going to be a video about what I think Honkai Star Rail does good and maybe some of my complaints a little about the game, but mainly it's based on my review of what I rate the game as. And also, like 99% of you guys almost are not subscribed, and I really would enjoy I really would like it if you guys subscribe, liked the video, as well as comment down below, as it would really help me a lot. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, Honkai Star Rail. It was released about a month ago, and it was like the 26th of April. So it's almost 2 months now. No. A few weeks, and yeah, the game has been out for a while, and I can pretty much say that I can actually give an honest review and like something at least a little bit reliable. Of course, it's going to change with time, and some things might happen that might make me enjoy the game more or even dislike it more. At the current moment, I am Trailblazer level 50, Equilibrium level 4, and I have quite a few characters. I've played the game quite a bit, and yeah, so first of all, the early game. And the early game is actually honestly super good. I totally enjoyed. You have so much to do that it feels like there's always stuff that you can do and improve. And even in the late game, where I don't think it's the end game, but it's pretty late in the game at my current place, there's still stuff that I can do every day. And I have still so much to do if I want to improve myself and my account. Basically, there's always something to do, which does not feel like Genshin. So okay, I'm gonna compare it to Genshin, since it's from the same company, but just don't take this too much like a comparison, because they're totally different games. One's an action RPG, while the other's a turn-based RPG. So there's going to be a huge difference, but basically you can always improve your accounts, at least right now, pretty damn quickly, and every day you bring something new. The next thing I want to say is the story. I totally love the story. It's an amazing story in my own opinion. I feel like it's pretty fast-paced, but not too fast-paced that it like skips a lot of stuff. It feels just right. The characters are all interesting. I feel like they actually have good personalities and feel like they are actually alive, you know, which actually makes it a very interesting story, and you always anticipate what's going to be happening next, what they're going to be doing, and all that stuff. So I'd give the story even a higher rating than Genshin Impact or Honkai 3rd. I haven't played a lot of Honkai 3rd, but I've played the first few beginning stages, and if we compare that first few beginning stages to Honkai Star Rail's first beginning stages, it's much better. I feel like they really learned from those two games and created a masterpiece of a game. That's Honkai Star Rail. It doesn't feel like a gacha game. It doesn't feel like a mobile game. It actually feels somewhat close to a AAA game, in my own opinion. And considering how big Hoyoverse is and how much capital they have and funding, I'd say it's pretty damn close to one. Now the next thing I want to touch upon is the characters. The characters actually almost all of them feel like they have a place in the meta, and all of them can be actually useful. Another thing that's good about the game is that the main character, which we've notoriously known as useless, is actually pretty damn useful in this game. You can, especially the Fire Trailblazer, is actually amazing. Has a lot of good stuff you can do with him, especially his taunt skill. I think I've touched upon this in a tier list video, I'm not very sure though, but yeah, his taunt skill is amazing. Now of course some bosses are gonna have like a resistance against that, but mostly it's pretty good, especially against like the minions or any other thing that's based on the boss that has a resistance against it. So basically what I wanted to say is that the characters all have a certain spot. You can use almost all of them. The power creep isn't really that big. Of course the 5-star characters are going to be much better than most 4 stars, but there's still some 4 stars that are actually pretty damn good, and maybe even on the same level as some 5 stars. For example, Ting Yun is pretty damn OP. Dan Hung is actually amazing for a DPS unit. You can totally use him as your main DPS, even if you have it, for example, like Yang Sheng, but you need a second team. You can still invest the same amount in Dan Hung and actually get good results. Also, he gets a lot of stuff with his Eidolons. For example, his 4th Eidolon basically makes him a mini Sealy, because every enemy he defeats with his ultimate, he actually automatically gains a turn. So he's basically like Sealy's talent, but he needs to use it with his ultimate. Also, there's other characters like Su Shang is amazing, Sampo is amazing, Pela is amazing, Asta is amazing, March 7th is pretty damn useful. Serval is one of the best characters you get for free. Like, you actually get her for free because of the pre-register rewards. Natasha is, of course, almost the most useful character in the game, because there's only two healers. I keep like messing up my tongue. 2 healers in the game. Natasha is one of them. The other is Bailu, which is a 5-star that's not even guaranteed for like a special upgrade banner. It's just a standard banner, so you don't have a lot of chances to get her unless you get it with like the 300 pulls that you can actually choose her and get her later on. So basically, there's a lot of stuff that they did good with this game, and the characters are definitely 1 point towards that. I feel like they've actually done a pretty good job of this, even in Genshin Impact, where the power creep isn't really that big. I feel like it's almost non-existent as well, unless you're talking about the standard character banners, which is pretty damn bad. But like, they've improved, definitely. They've even improved, I feel like, upon that concept. They went from like Honkai the 3rd, which had a lot of power creep, to Genshin Impact, which had almost none at all, to this game, which I don't, at least until now, the characters haven't been power crept. Of course, it's still the beginning of the game, but I mean to say that every character has a value to it. The next thing that I want to talk about is the late game. I can't talk about the end game, because the end game is like Trailblazer level 65, but the late game, I feel like it's currently at Trailblazer 50 and above. And I'm going to be honest, it's kind of disappointing at the moment. Of course, you can't expect a game to have endless content, but I feel like we could still add some other stuff to do. I'm not very good at creating let's say original content for games. I can't really think of stuff, but I just feel like it'd be more exciting to just have something else, you know. So yeah, there's really the only thing I can do at the moment is do my dailies, farm some relics, and then basically that's it. There's not really much. Of course, there's the events, but those are time limited. And yeah, the side quests end, which and the only thing other than that is the chaos memory, which I can do, but later on I feel like that's just going to end as well. And this I had this thing that I wanted in Genshin, and I really wanted it here too, because I feel like it added a lot of stuff. We are going to become extremely OP later on. It's still only the first month of the game, and people have already beaten the chaos memory. I've seen some people do it, and there weren't actually huge mega whales. So in like a year, in like a few more months, I feel like everyone that actually played from the beginning, every day at least, is going to be able to defeat the chaos memory pretty easily. And after like a year or maybe 2 years, like in Genshin, almost everyone that's actually kind of played the game, even as a casual, they're going to be able to defeat the chaos memory pretty damn easily. Not talking about those that play every single day. So I'd like a how do you say, like a domain or something that exists for like forever, like the turns never ends, infinite like enemies. We don't really need their wars. Like I think a lot of people have said this in Genshin as well. We don't need their wars. We just want it later on that we have something we can really just check how much our teams can go, like have a statistic of how far they can go on against these enemies, against these things. I feel like that's actually going to be more better statistic than Chaos Memory, because some teams are just worse against certain enemies in Chaos Memory. But if you just put a team, you can actually against like an endless thing, just to see how far it could go with enemies slowly growing stronger and stronger. I feel like that just be a better statistic, and check out how far we can go, check out how powerful our teams have become. So yeah, I feel like the late game at least is a bit boring, and the end game is most definitely going to be boring. So yeah, that's it until next time, guys. Okay, not that's it until next time. The main thing I want to say is that the game is pretty damn good. Even compared to a AAA game, I'd give it a solid 8.5 to 9 out of 10. And yeah, there's not much more I can say about this review. Leave a like down below, comment down below your thoughts on what you think about what I said, as well as subscribe as I said earlier. It really does help me out a lot. Until next time, guys, have a nice day.